She's getting pretty good. She must have listened to the last virtual voice lesson.
Why, yes, I did.
Hey, welcome to another Tuesday with Tim. Glad you're tuning in and joining us again this week. Thank you, Melanie, again for being back as we try to connect as community, try to share ideas and thoughts and encouragement as we continue to navigate these times. Tonight's voice lesson is going to follow up on the first voice lesson that happened on September 22nd. We will expand on the information tonight and focus primarily on exercises. So this is a practical video where you can actually listen and practice at home and literally exercise your voice to stay in shape, until we get back into rehearsal. So if you haven't seen the previous voice lesson, both in the email sent today was a link to it, or you can go straight to YouTube and look for the channel Wayne Presbyterian Church, and separately as a Tuesday with Tim playlist, and you can find the first virtual voice lesson there as well. So we're going to get right to it tonight and get started. If you're already in your recliner or sitting back on the couch, it's time to stand up. You got to get your body up, get ready, because we're going to start building on what we did before. So last time, the first thing we talked about was posture. How do we find a great posture for singing? And we were dealing with hips and feet and all sorts of things. So first, as you stand, a great suggestion from Melanie was offset your feet by 90 degrees. To just, again, help find a good anchoring, a good grounding, starting from feet down. So we start there. The other thing that I like to do, again, is we want to look for our shoulders to be down and back. I like to use a little bit of shoulder circle to help one just loosen up. If you've been at a desk or driving or all day, you've probably been curled over. And so just a reminder to the body to do this. Are you standing? You better be standing. I have that list of checking. So 90 feet, 90 degrees, shoulders are back, some nice circles. Rib cage are expanding out. Now the next thing is we build bottom up, from the feet up. So we're going to check what's happening with our hips. Are we overarching, where we're ending up this way too far? Are we more here? And so by tilting the pelvis a little bit, the hips, we can start to find a more natural, relaxed alignment. All right, it might force you to realign your feet and where you're standing. But find a nice, relaxed placement. Which now the next thing is we look for that loose stomach. Remember, we talked about being pliant here as we're trying to get a good breath. All right, starting from here. So do a couple more shoulder rolls. I like to even look back a little bit, look up, remind my head alignment to come back. So everything is stacking up. Feet, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, head alignment. Okay, so let's rebuild that one more time. So shake it out for a sec, get loose. All right, so first we'll start with the feet, come into that 90-degree angle, get grounded first, feel the front and the back of your feet pressing strongly into the earth, really grounded. Okay, supple knees, and then we find that hip alignment. A little tilt in there, front to back, find that relaxed placement. We check in here at the abdominal wall, and we sucking it in, trying to look good, even though I can't see you on the camera right now. Just let it relax out. Probably had dinner already. All right, now let's get some shoulder rolls, up, over, and back, trying to expand that rib cage outward. Shoulders end up, down and back. And we're finally into, hopefully, a good posture, freeing ourselves from desk or couch or car or wherever we've been today. So now the next thing we're going to talk about is breath. This was part 2 from the previous video, is how do we activate our breath in our body for what we're trying to do. One of the things that Melanie gave us last time that was a great tip was start with breathing inward through the nose, and what that does is the benefit of twofold. One, it lifts the soft palate, all right? That soft area, if you run your tongue over the roof of your mouth all the way back, about where the tip of the tongue stops, you're at the beginning of the soft palate. But 2, by taking a nose breath, we're not drying out the voice. We're already expelling air outward. So by taking a nasal breath, we have a double benefit of both creating space for resonance, which is next, and also to help keep putting moisture into the air as we're circulating through the body. So just take a good nasal breath in and just blow out. Good nasal breath in, blow out. Is your stomach loose? Are you expanding down here? A little belly bump. Okay, you got to use that belly button power I was joking about last time. All right. So now let's switch. If you're in oratorio, okay, we've done different types of rhythmic breathing. So let's first start with just a simple hiss. It's just an S. The sound is focused almost as if you're trying to whistle through your front teeth. No pressing. It's just like a tire leak. It's just flowing out. And you just want to feel it's the abdominal wall engaging through that process. So let's start with a good nasal breath in, and then we'll go there. I'll start us together. Here we go. Nasal breath in. Good. Let's do one more. Take a moment to swallow. Run the tongue around the mouth. Swallow again. And just keep relaxing the larynx, the vocal mechanism. And we get ready again for another nasal breath in and good. So we're beginning to activate the abdominal wall area while we do that. Now we're going to activate it even further by doing a pulsing SH, a sh sound. So again, same thing, aggressive here, but it's also a constant sound. There's no break. Shh. So it's almost like a piston, you know, a locomotive just pumping and the steam releasing. It's that kind of exercise. Exactly. And notice when Melanie did that, do that again. Great abdominal bump you see happening there. She's engaging the abdominal wall. So let's do that together. Let's just do 10, arbitrary number. Okay, so again, let's have a good breath in, and then I'll start you. Here we go. Breath in. And that's 10. Good. All right, now get you started. Okay, again, run the tongue around the mouth. And swallow again. Now we're getting saliva going. We're warming up the vocal mechanism. Trying to get gunk off the vocal folds. We've still got allergy season going. And so we'll go from there. So now we're going to transition to connecting that breath to start making some sound. And so Melanie's going to lead us off with some lip trills.
All right, you'll remember this from a couple weeks ago. It's a 3-note scale. These are your lip trills. Remember that? All right. 3-note scale. Everyone together, join me. Opened my mouth the whole time because I did breathe through my nose, which will keep things very moist in there. Okay. Now you'll see a graphic. I'm assuming they have it up.
Yeah, you should have a handout that was in the email today, and on there is the first exercise which we will do now.
Okay, and this is again on our lip trills. Okay. this is a new exercise. You'll have your handout, your graphic. I'm going to speak the syllables and vowels first, and then I'll sing it. So here's what it sounds like speaking. Hum, ani, ma, e, o, u. I'll do that again. Hum, ani, ma, e, o, u. All right, let's try it. Got it? All right, let's all do it together. You've got the word smile, which is all about smiling inside of the mouth, a slight smile on the outside, but not a hyper smile, but really that wideness that we talk about in the back of the mouth. All right? Here we go.
Let's introduce it. So we'll introduce it first. So just listen first.
Yeah, listen first and follow along. Okay? And men, if you'll notice, on the second line, you have a sustaining, is that a pedal tone?
You have a second part.
You have a second part.
So lower voices can follow the second part.
Yeah.
Or be adventurous and go for the high notes. There we go, let's start it together.
All right, ready? All right. This is one that I want you to start really moving your body with. The vowels are E, A, O, U. Okay? But I want you all to make sure you're still standing. Are we all standing up? I want you to do a slow backstroke as you're singing this exercise. Okay? Because that's going to open up our chest, get our blood going. All right? So we'll demonstrate first. I'm not a swimmer, just so you know.
Review the vowels.
We'll review the vowels again. It's E, A, O, U. Okay? E, A, O, U. Okay, everybody standing? Get your swimming arms going. E, A, O, E, A, O.
the final exercise on there.
This is good for when we sing the Messiah and some of our Bach melismas. We may have done this several years ago, so some of you might remember. Okay?
Play through or sing through first?
Why don't you play through it first, and then I'll sing through it, so we can really get some familiarity. Let's do our closing song. It's an oldie but a goodie, Moon River. Everyone should have that in their handout. And we'll take the repeat, we'll sing it twice through.
Oh
artistry and her knowledge to help us all as we continue in that eternal quest of growing as singers. And so, Madam Diva, thank you again for being here. And thank you for being here for another Tuesday with Tim. Next week, the quartet will be back, and we'll continue just to sing together and keep bringing music that emboldens our spirits and encourages us and also helps us to know peace. The following week, the first week in November, will actually be a pre-concert recording. Despite the Wayne Oratorio not performing presently, the orchestra members will be gathering to present a concert the first Saturday of November, November 7th. And I'm really excited about this program. It's going to open with Mozart's Deveredimento, 136, for those of you who keep track of those library numbers. Just an exquisite piece that Mozart wrote at the age of 16 after returning from a tour in Italy. It's this light, playful entertainment. And then the anchor piece for that will actually be a setting of Carmen, so a Carmen suite. And it's written for string orchestra and 5 percussionists who will be sharing 30 percussion instruments. And so in about 45 minutes, you'll hear all the great themes from Carmen and just delivered in an exquisite texture between strings, percussion, marimba, vibraphone. It'll be very exciting. And then that program will close with a musical prayer, Barber's famous Adagio for strings. So that first Tuesday in November, I will do a pre-concert recording to talk a bit about that program, to delve into that music, to preview it. And then that Saturday night, November 7th, we'll be live streaming that event. Materials will be arriving in you via mail next week about that upcoming concert. Otherwise, thank you for being with us tonight. God bless you, and have a good night.